Hello. I wanted to show you guys the chicks. They are officially, oh my gosh, they're like going on 4 days old. Um, Two of them are only a little over 24 hours old, but the other eight, the other eight are going on 4 days old. And you can really tell. You can already start to see their real feathers coming in. I'm refilling the water because they are crazy. And obviously the brooder is at the correct temperature because they're not all huddled together. At night they do when they sleep. But they are just zooming around this little brooder. They're just so funny. They're funny now. They will not be funny in another week. They'll be annoying. But so this is what I'm doing until I can find something to elevate this water. And the reason I elevate it is so they can't kick their pine chips in it, because they kick the pine chips in it and it absorbs the water, and then I'm just constantly refilling the water and changing the pine chips because you don't want to have the pine chips be wet for them. Okay, so I'm going to put down one of these puppy pads. I had a bunch from our cat who was old, Philip. Some of you remember Philip, our orange cat. He was getting old and he was kind of having accidents, so good old Mac bid. I bought a bunch of puppy pads. So I'm going to use them. Kind of just help soak up the water. And we will flip this over. Stick this in here. There we go. $50 says within an hour. They already have this water filled with pine chips. They're just so crazy. They're so cute. Okay, do you guys want me to take the lid off? I'll take the lid off and show you some of the chicks. First, let me turn this off. I have to use a heat lamp and a heating, not a heat pad, but it's a heat pad. It's like hard. I can't think of the name of it. Cozy Products makes it. Anyway, I have to use two of those because I can't get it close to them. You're supposed to have it like a couple inches away, and there was no way for me to do that with this plastic tub that I'm using. So this works fine. And that is hot. And then I will take this heat pad off. Ooh, that is hot. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. Ready? The lighting's not so great. Let me see. I don't know if that'll make it better. Kinda, sorta. All right. Oh, they need food. You guys need food too. They are hopping all around. Okay, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 yellow ones. There's a yellow one. Say hi. Good looking chick, huh? I mean, they all look the same. Some are bigger than others. Run, run, run. He was kind of small. He's a little bit bigger. I say he, you know, guys, I call him all he's. Last time we got a crap ton of roosters, so let's hope that these are hens. Look how sweet. I have a feeling this one's a rooster. Okay, that's enough yellow ones. Actually, I am going to grab this yellow one because I want to show you just how quickly... Come here. Come here. Ooh. Just how quickly they get their real feathers. If I can... He's loud. He's loud. Anyway, so if you can see... Stop. See that? They're not just fluff butts anymore. They're already starting to get their real feathers, which is pretty cool. I mean, they grow really fast. At 16 weeks, these suckers will be ready to go outside. Look, these ones are my favorite. They end up being really pretty. Yeah. Huh. And it's really good to handle them. I always handled them a lot. You guys know, because I always posted the videos. Because now, those same ones that we did last year, they will get super close to you, and I can just reach right down and pick them up. Now, when you pick them up, they do all their squawking and yelling and stuff like a normal chicken, but they're easier to catch because nobody wants to run around and chase chickens. Look, I know the lighting's like so bad. Anyway, this one's black. Yeah. Last time we got a black one, it was a rooster. There's so many roosters. And then here's another one. He was drinking water. I'm sorry. I'll put you back. This one looks like a penguin. Look at its belly. Has a yellow belly. Gosh, I just think they're so cool. Okay. I mean, these little things are going to give us like 200 to 300 eggs a year eventually. That's just amazing. Each one of them, if they're hens. That's a lot of eggs. And we know where they come from, and we know how they're treated. Ooh. There you go. Can you see inside there? All right. Look at these two in the corner. Pecking at each other. Oh my goodness, they're pecking each other's eyes. Let me take you over here really quickly. I want to show you this one that is still hatching. We didn't do so great, and I think it's because of that brooder. That one brooder's goofy. But I switched him into this one, and try to get this correctly. There's one in there that has been trying to come out for like 2 full days, and they tell you don't help it. Let me shine the flashlight. See? They tell you not to help them because you could accidentally, the inside of the egg is like a membrane, and it's attached to the chick, and you have to wait until they're absolutely ready to come out. Otherwise, you could pull that and it'll make them bleed. There, almost. You can see its beak. Oh my gosh, this thing has been trying to get out for 2 days. It's really hard not to reach in there and help them. But yeah, you can actually, they can bleed out, and that would be terrible. I wouldn't want that, so I'm gonna let it go. And I think that's the last one. We got 3 out of those ones, so that hatch rate wasn't too good. No big deal. Okay, I'm gonna go and feed these guys. So thanks for watching, guys. Peace out. Hey guys, I wanted to do a video really quickly. It is late. It's after 11 o'clock. It's probably like 11:30. We've had a long day, especially my husband and the boys. Anyway, so I wanted to tell you guys about one of the eggs, and I'm not going to show it to you tonight because I'm upstairs in my bedroom. I'm getting ready for bed, but tomorrow I will show you. So one of the eggs that we had, the chick pipped the egg, which means he broke it from the inside. And normally what they do is they pip and then they zip. And zipping means that they'll crack it the whole way around the shell, like in a circle, and then they'll pop the top off, just like the little emoji that you see with the chick and the top of it's missing. That's really what they do in real life. It's kind of cool. Anyway, so this chick pipped the shell, but it didn't zip around. It only zipped like a teeny tiny bit, enough to get its beak through so it could get air, and it stayed like that for almost 5 days. Now, the reason why it stayed like that for almost 5 days is because if you read about it, and I have read so much about incubating eggs, they tell you that when they're hatching, you leave them alone. Okay, I'm doing a video, so don't bother me, okay? Yentl's beside me. Anyway, they tell you to leave them alone because you could, I think I mentioned this in another video, if you try to help them out, the membrane inside the egg is actually attached to them, and it will stick to their little feathers and rip the feathers off, and then it rips their skin. Stop. It rips their skin, and they can bleed out. They will certainly bleed out very easily. They're super delicate. So I left it alone for 5 days, and it was so hard. I think I mentioned it to you guys, and I showed you in the video, and I mean, this chick was struggling. So finally on day 5, early day 5, I was like, you know what, I just can't do this anymore, because this thing was like really wanting to be alive. They tell you that even if you help them and they get out fine, that a lot of times the reason they couldn't get out is because they were too weak or something was physically wrong with them, so that they're probably not going to live anyway. So that's why they tell you just to leave them. But I'm like, what do I do? Just let it die? I don't know. I just couldn't do that. Yentl, please, what are you doing? Stop. So I started to help it out. And it was, so I have, my fingernails are just, they're actually not that long right now. These ones are. Anyway, my fingernails are pretty long. So I took my thumbnail and just gently started to crack the shell, like in the same pattern that he would naturally do that. So I started doing that, and pieces of the shell just started to fall off, which is good because I didn't have to pull it off. But the membrane wasn't coming off. So I got it to the point where it was basically just a little bit of the shell and the rest was just membrane. And I didn't take any pictures and I didn't do any videos because it was just super invasive. And I don't know. I was afraid that if I showed you guys and then it died, I don't know. I mean, I would have told you about it anyway, but like seeing it's something completely different. It was a lot. So it was just like membrane. This little guy still wasn't able to get out. So what I did was, where the air sac was at, he wasn't attached to that part because it was just air in there. So I took my fingernails and I kind of ripped that open a little bit and I started to peel it back slowly. And I used coconut oil to soften up that membrane, because once the shell comes off, the air, the warm air in the incubator hits that membrane and it hardens it up. It makes it hard like a callus, like dry skin. And that's when, if you pull that, it'll rip his little skin, his little chicken skin. So I put coconut oil basically all over him to soften him up. You can use water, but water dries so quickly. I wanted to do this. I mean, it took me a while. I probably did it. It probably took me like an hour. Anyway, so I did that. I was able to peel the membrane off. Eventually, I got him the whole way out. He was still alive. He was not bleeding. So I was able to do that, and I was super happy. But when the chicks first come out of the shell, the healthy ones, they'll just lay there. They'll lay there for a good 30 minutes before they even attempt to get up. They're just exhausted. So they lay there, and then they'll get up and they'll start to kind of move, and they'll fall, and they'll do that for an hour or two. And then finally, after like 3 or 4 hours, they're kind of like up and moving around. Well, this little guy was having a lot of trouble. He couldn't stand upright. So I was thinking that he was in this position where his neck was like, I mean, imagine they're in those little eggs. So anyway, I think he was just in there too long, fighting to get out. So he couldn't lift his head up or anything. He couldn't stand. So he just laid there, and I thought, he can just lay here and be warm for the next day. So I left him there for probably 16 hours. And then I thought, maybe it's because the coconut oil weighed his little feathers down. He doesn't have a lot of feathers, but what was there was all oily, and I forgot about that. I was thinking he was just wet, but it was coconut oil. So I took some Dawn dish detergent and a little thing of warm water, and I gave him a little bath. And how hard is that, to bathe a teeny tiny, delicate little chick? It is the craziest thing. But I held him in my hand, and I dipped him in the water, and I gave him a bath. And then I dipped them in the rinse water, warm. It has to be warm because they get cold really fast. And I rinsed them in that. And then I put them in a little dish towel, and I wiped them off, nice and as dry as I could get them. And I put him back in the incubator. And again, he just was like, ugh. And he just laid down and didn't move. He kept chirping, and he was trying to move, but he just couldn't stand up. So I went in the house, and I don't know, Josh and I watched TV or something, or I made some food. I don't remember. And then we were getting ready to go to the softball game tonight. And I happened to go out to look for, or to get a bottle of water or something. When I say go out there, I mean like on the porch where the chicks are at. And I noticed he was standing up. He wasn't moving, but he was standing there. So I was like, yes, that's good. So he's standing there, and I thought, wonder if he'll drink some water, because normally when the chicks come out, they eat the inside. Anything that's left over on the inside of their egg, they eat it. I know it sounds gross, but they do. And it keeps them alive for they can be in the incubator for like 48 hours with no food or water, and they're chill. Well, there were no eggs in there, and his egg was just a mess, and I had to just throw it away. So there was nothing in there for him to eat. So I tried to give him a little bit of food, and he really wasn't interested in that, probably because he was still absorbing that yolk sac. You could kind of see it. And so I gave him water, and I picked him up. It was just in a little, like a water bottle cap. I put some water in that and dipped his beak in it, and you could see him. He was like, oh, okay, like this is water. This is good. And then I put the cap inside of his incubator. So now he knows what that is. So my thought process is that he's going to have to stay in the incubator. I put him in a clean incubator tonight for as long as it takes to get him strong and healthy. If he ever gets there. I don't know if he's ever going to get there. I'm going to give him another bath tomorrow because he still has some coconut oil like Oliver's head. That's what he looks like. He's all he's all like slicked down in his little beak. Anyway, he's super cute. And I just really hope that he lives. I'm going to feel really bad if he doesn't. But I tried. I don't know. It was like a little chicken ER. I was doing everything that I could. I got to give him a name. So, if you guys have any suggestions, something that is triumphant. Hopefully he lives. All right, guys. I just want to tell you that. And tomorrow I'll show him to you. Hopefully he looks better than he does today. His little feathers are starting to dry out. But again, his head is so oily, so I got to give him another bath tomorrow. Okay. All right, guys. Good night. I hope you guys had a great day, and I hope you have a fabulous weekend. Peace out. Okay, good morning. Happy Saturday. So, I had somebody personally request a chick update, Jessica, and I wanted to show you. This is him. I hate the glare that this thing gives. And I don't want to open it because it's nice and warm in there for him. But there he is. And you can see that he's been out of the shell now for 2 days. He's not like the other chicks. But I don't know if you can tell, he does have a little bit of underbelly fluff, so that's good. But you see how he's still real unsteady? He takes his little chicken feet, his little chicken toes, and he will wrap them and go in the little holes there to like hold himself steady. I don't know. I'm thinking that he wasn't quite ready to come out and he pipped too early. He hadn't quite completely absorbed the yolk sac. So he's just going to take a little bit more time to get healthy. But that's him, and that's what I've been putting his water in. The little caps right there. And there's a little bit of food for him, and look, he spilled some, but he's been eating a little bit of it. It's starter grower feed. And even though it's small little pieces, I still have to crush it up smaller because he's like a newborn, like a preemie. That made me think of Cabbage Patch Dolls. Do you guys remember Gen Xers? Do you remember preemies? I remember when those came out, I was so excited and I just kept smelling their heads because it smelled like baby powder. I wanted a little baby so bad. I had 13 Cabbage Patch Dolls. And then I ended up with 6 real children. Kind of crazy. Anywho, there's the update. Later on, I will probably give him another bath with a little bit more Dawn dish soap to get some more of the coconut oil off. Look, he's cleaning himself. I just think he's the cutest thing. He's really not. I mean, like, let's be honest. He's not real handsome. Not right now. But to me, he's cute. He's a cutie. Okay, so let me swing over here. And this is what the other ones are doing. Being crazy. They're getting big. This is why I think he'll have to stay in that incubator for quite a while. He can't be mixed in with these guys yet. They're just growing up too fast. It's getting too big. Yeah, you guys think I have something. I have to clean their water out again. Hi. Hello. Okay, that's the chick update for now. I'm going to go refresh their water and... oh, they have enough food. I'll go refresh the water. Enjoy your Saturday, guys. Peace out. I'm back. I figured I would show you guys whenever I give the little guy a bath. So here we go. First, I like to make sure my hands are warm. Because like I said, they have to stay warm. So I also have to do this really fast. And oh my gosh, I don't have my towel. Okay, I got my handy dandy bath towel. I'll set that there. He runs around like a nutcase, and I'm so afraid he's gonna fall right out of here. Okay, here he is. He is not lacking any strength. He's trying to get away from me. Yeah, look, the water's nice and warm. I don't know. I hope you guys can kind of see this. And what was really oily was his head. So I thought about, like, oh, what could I use to clean him? I could use a, like a toothbrush. We have a bunch of unopened toothbrushes upstairs. But then I thought, well, I might accidentally miss and, like, scrub his eye or something crazy. Yeah, let's put your body in. Chickens don't like water. Not to swim in it. Nope, keep your head up. Keep your head up. Don't drink the soapy water. Anyway. There we go. There, yeah. Do you guys remember that commercial on TV with the Dawn dish soap whenever the oil spill would happen and they'd show all the ducks and stuff in the ocean, and then they'd use Dawn dish detergent to scrub them up? That commercial was so cute. That's what I feel like, one of those animal rescue people. Getting them all back to normal, huh? Yeah. Yeah. I hope this helps you, guy. Yeah. Oh man. He's so small. He's like so fragile. Look. I can't do close-ups or anything. I just had to set it up and do what I do here. I mean, I think this is pretty good. He's really fighting me here. Come on. There you go. Yeah. It's okay. Just try to soak him a little bit. It's okay. Close your eyes. That's what I used to say to the kids when I was giving them a bath and I'd use a cup to rinse their head, to rinse the shampoo out of their hair. I'd say, close your eyes. Put your head back. Huh. Yeah. Gosh. Did that with 6 kiddos. My husband used to, when they were babies, when we lived at our old apartment, we didn't have a bathtub. We just had a stand-up shower. So occasionally when they were like little, we bought one of those bathtubs for babies. But then once they got bigger, you know, every kid enjoys a bath, right? So my husband, we didn't have a bathtub. So he would hold them in the shower and wash them up. I don't know how he did it, because I tried it a couple times, and number 1, they got heavy. Number 2, they would be slipping and sliding all over the place because of the soap. Anyway, the things you do for your kids. And you can only hope that they return the favor whenever they get older. And so far, we have been pretty lucky that most of our kids, you know, and we have faith that one day it'll be all of them that will turn that corner and, you know, help us in our geriatric years. Because Lord knows everybody's going to need help. Yeah. Okay. All right. That's like sad talk, right? Yeah. Yeah. Here. Let me for a second. See? He's just chillaxing in his bath. Can you see? Sorry. You couldn't even see anything, huh? Yeah. All right. And then I'm going to try to wrap him all up in this towel. Get him all wrapped up. Huh? He's all wrapped up. Yeah. Say hello. Gosh, I can't believe that he actually survived. I mean, 5 days. He was trapped in there trying to get out. Yeah. Oh, let's dry you off. Best we can, huh? Best we can. I know. My son and his fiance had found baby birds when they were doing a job and brought them home, and they were like, what do we do? And I think they wanted me to, I don't know, like help take care of them, but I knew we were going to be doing this shortly thereafter. And this is a lot. We never had one that was, premature like this and needed so much care. And it's a lot. And they're so small and delicate. I couldn't imagine doing this with like 4 or 5 or 6 of these guys. Shout out to the rescues, the bird rescues. Yeah. I am just trying to get you dry as I can. You are missing so many feathers. I know. Let me try to dry your belly. Look. Look. I don't want to keep them exposed to the air too long. Let me dry your belly. Yeah. Can you see? He has his eye closed. Open your eyes. Did I get to open your eyes? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. All right, let's give this little guy a little bit of water. Give him a little bit of water. He likes water. Yeah, huh? You like water. See him drinking? Oh, it's thirsty. Yeah. I'll give him some more water, a little bit of food, and just let him dry off. He has yet to like lay down. I don't know if he's sleeping standing up, but he was down so long that he was like, once I get on my feet, I am not laying back down. All right, that's good. That's good. Let's put you back in here, okay? Yeah. I know. Okay. Yeah. Let's give you one more dry off. Luckily, today's pretty warm outside. It's like 80, so our porch is pretty warm. Okay, here we go. He flipped his food thing over. Come on, I'm trying. Oh, he fell over. He's kind of shaking. Yeah, so there it is. All clean and dry. All clean and dry. He said, man, I'm cold in here. Yeah, it'd be better if he would just kind of lay there and dry off, but he wants to move around. I'm going to increase the temperature of this incubator. Just for a little bit. Food. This is the food I use, starter grower feed. And put some in there, and then I'll just crush it up. So we just got done watching a really good movie. It's called Civil War. And it's obviously about Civil War in the United States. And it was really good. Kirsten Dunst was in it. And I don't know any of the other actors' names, but they were good actors and actresses. Anyway, it's definitely worth the watch. If you like those type of end of the world type movies. We love those. Those and alien movies. We're big horror buffs too. It's hard to find good horror flicks. We've seen all of them. If you guys have any suggestions, put them in the comments, because we have seen every single decent horror film. Even some that weren't so decent. And zombie flicks, we like the, there's a fly. We like the ones that are made in, what am I trying to say? The ones that are made in China? No, it's not China. Anyway, you know what I'm saying. Those ones are the best. Train to Busan. That started it. And then we just started watching all these ones with, they have the subtitles. We can't even understand what they're saying without the subtitles. But we liked them so much. And they held our attention that we just kept watching them because they were so good. Really don't think he's going to need that much water right now, because he kind of just needs to dry. I'll come back in a little bit. He's going to knock this over. I'll come back in a little bit and check on him to see if he's starting to fluff up. Okay. Thanks for watching me give the little guy a bath. That was fun. All right. Peace, guys.